Hello friends, good to see you again, back here on Most Amazing Top 10. My name is Danny Burke, and today we're going to be talking about regrettable things, you might say, that well-known people have said. Now admit it guys, we all say dumb things in our lives from time to time, I know I certainly do, but for some people who have the public spotlight on them all the time, there's always someone listening, and eventually they might say something pretty dumb and then everyone knows about it. To see what I mean, and to see some of the best, join me now as we jump into the top 10 dumbest things said by famous people. Alright, starting things off at number 10, we have Kim Kardashian. In a 2012 interview with The Guardian, Kim was asked how she was holding up after her 72-day marriage to Kris Humphries that had ended in divorce. She said, "I spoke to a girl today who had cancer, and we were talking about how this is such a hard thing for her, but it taught her a big lesson on who her friends are and so much about life. She's 18, and I was like, yeah, that's how I feel." Yeah, I'm sure that 18-year-old girl suffering from one of the worst illnesses known to humanity saw that news story on Kim ending her 10-week-long marriage and thought, finally, someone who understands. Moving on to number 9 now, we've got Justin Bieber. In 2013, Justin visited the Anne Frank Museum, which is dedicated to telling the story of the famous teenager who died in a Nazi concentration camp during the Holocaust. He actually wrote in the guest book, "Truly inspiring to be able to come here. Anne was a great girl. Hopefully, she would have been a believer." Oh dear. Now a lot of people were instantly disgusted at how insensitive they felt Justin was with that comment, and even those who thought, he didn't mean to come across like that, yeah, even they had to admit it was a pretty dumb thing to write. Alright, coming in at number 8 now, we've got Jessica Simpson. Now a lot of you guys have probably heard of the chicken of the sea brand of tuna. It's a well-known phrase that actually comes from the old days of fishing, but Jessica Simpson really struggled with the whole concept of it. When she was eating that brand of tuna on her reality TV show, she said, "Is this chicken what I have, or is this fish? I know it's tuna, but it says chicken by the sea." Ouch! That hurts my head. Yes, in Jessica's world, tuna comes from the rarest kinds of chickens, the underwater chickens. Alright, coming in at the number 7 spot now, we have George Bush. There are so many strange, confusing, and downright dumb things that ex-President Bush said during his time in the White House that they even have their own name, Bushisms. It's almost hard to choose just one, but how about this? In a 2004 interview, he said, "Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we." Really reassuring for a president to say that. Alright, coming in at number 6 spot now, we have Britney Spears. Back in 1999, Britney Spears was the biggest pop sensation in the world and was set to start touring all over the world. When asked about visiting Japan one day, Britney said, "I've never really wanted to go to Japan simply because I do not like eating fish, and I know that's very popular out there in Africa." Wow. Britney did eventually go on tour in Japan a few years later after they found her wandering around Africa by herself, mumbling about fish. And making its way into our number 5 spot now, it's Jaden Smith. You gotta love him. We could do a whole video just on the stuff this guy has said, but to be honest, I do feel bad because the stuff he comes out with is what would happen to anyone if you surround them with constant praise about how amazing and intelligent they are. Nobody says anything bad to him. And because of all that bubble wrapping, you end up with quotes like this: "If a bookstore never runs out of a certain book, does that mean that nobody reads it or everybody reads it?" That would depend on if they're selling the book a lot or if they're not selling it at all. I mean, I can feel myself being dragged down to this level of thought and my head feels kind of cloudy now. Let's just move on. Next up at number 4, we have Brooke Shields. In a 1982 interview, the famous actress and model was asked for her thoughts on smoking. She said, "Smoking kills. If you're killed, you've lost a very important part of your life." I'd say if I did a top 10 most important parts of your life, the number 1 spot would probably be your actual life. Yeah. Very important part of it. Either way, coming in at our number 3 spot now, we have the actress Tara Reid. You guys might have thought that the Jessica Simpson quote at the start of the video was pretty dumb, but Tara Reid herself once said, "I make Jessica Simpson look like a rock scientist." And it's hard to not agree with that when she says rock scientist and not rocket scientist. Come on Tara, that should be easy. It's not rock science. Okay, for our number 2 spot now, we have the one, the only Kanye West. We're quite spoiled for choice, obviously, when it comes to Kanye quotes, but how about, I hate when I'm on a flight and I wake up with a water bottle next to me like, oh great, now I gotta be responsible for this water bottle. Was he hoping that millions of people would relate to this? Because I don't think many people on planes wake up next to water bottles and get angry about a new responsibility. But maybe that's the secret to being Kanye. And finally now at number 1 we have Donald Trump. I'm sure he'll be happy to have topped this list. When he appeared on The View in 2006 with his daughter Ivanka, he was asked how he'd feel if she posed for Playboy magazine. Trump said, "I don't think Ivanka would do that, although she does have a very nice figure. I said if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her." Let's just forget about the whole paradox of her not existing unless he was her father and focus on the fact that he wouldn't say no to dating her. Doesn't really make sense. It's really weird, and it's a dumb move to be that publicly creepy. So all in all, what a perfect way to end the video. Well guys, that is all we've got time for. Now which one of these did you think was the dumbest on our list? I know we all say dumb things from time to time, I know I certainly do. It's all part of being human I guess, so I want to hear what's the dumbest thing you guys have ever said in the comment section below. And if you guys all get famous one day, maybe we can put it into a part 2. Who knows? Until then guys, thanks as ever for watching Most Amazing Top 10. My name is Danny Burke, you can find me on Instagram somewhere down there, and I'll see all you guys in the next one.